Next week, dozens of veterans and Gold Star families will fly to D.C. to see some of the monuments that honor the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Morning anchor Courtney John sat down with Bill Williams from Nebraska Purple Heart Flight.
On what got you involved in this?
Well, my wife Yvonne and I have been doing this for 10 years now, actually 11. We've taken 3,500 veterans, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. Last September we did an all-female flight, and so we just read of a story about honor flight and thought, well, let's do this in Nebraska.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so this one is all Purple Heart recipients from the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan. We also have a few Vietnam, Korea, and female veterans who missed their previous flights for various reasons, hospitalization, whatever it might have been. So we've added them, and then we're also taking some parents whose sons are buried at Arlington Cemetery from Nebraska and Iowa. And then we have about 50 Gold Star children and their mothers of the fallen from Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's quite a potpourri of different folks that'll be on this Purple Heart flight.
And for people who aren't familiar with what a Purple Heart is, can you tell us what that is?
Purple Heart is awarded for someone who was wounded in action, wounded in war. And so we've been asked over the years what we were going to do about Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan veterans. Well, we decided to compromise, so to speak, because if we took everybody in western Iowa and Nebraska who served in those three conflicts, it would be multiple flights and a lot of money. So the compromise is Purple Heart recipients, but by adding some of the other folks and the Gold Star families, we think it's going to be very unique. So
yeah, I met with a Gold Star family earlier, and their story is absolutely incredible. It's wonderful to see that those families also get to go to this. You also have a really great send-off dinner before you head out.
We do. We have a pre-flight dinner, and anybody who would like to come to that, that's open to the public. That can be found on patrioticproductions.org for information. The homecoming will be unique. Usually we go through the airport, and our last Vietnam flight was 7,000 people came. This one, we're going to have a parade downtown Omaha from 10th and Jackson to the Durham Museum. And so we're hoping folks will come down. That's on Friday night, May 24th, around 9 o'clock. The plane lands at 8:30. So we're thinking around 9:15 or so. And there's horses and motorcycles and classic cars and the governor and the mayor and Congressman Bacon and Korea-era Jeeps. So we think it's going to be quite a show.
Yeah, hopefully you guys will get a wonderful turnout. Bill Williams, thank you so much for joining us.